Hey guys, welcome to your Daily Smash for Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Bit of a departure today. Not going to do our usual shtick. Today, I'm going to get political. Okay, I am. I can't help myself. And this is going to be very much like our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon. So if you like what you see today, you should come and sign up for the 141st episode this week. You'll get the whole catalog, the whole library of shows.
It's a lot. There's a lot of cooking segments. There's a lot of workout segments. There's a lot of makeup tutorials. There's a lot
Interviews, exclusive insider gossip.
Yeah, it's great.
So we hope you'll subscribe there. I can't help myself anymore. I want to go on a rant about these campus takeovers, these so-called Palestinian protests. Okay. I guess I got really upset today because I looked at the screen and Columbia had given an ultimatum to the students and they weren't moving and nobody did anything about it. And I said to Kelly, when does it stop? You're going to let these kids take over the college? According to reports, at least some of them are paid protesters, probably working for bad foreign actors, for people with deep pockets overseas who are willing to pay to forward their own agenda using these sheep as pawns, because a lot of these kids don't really know what they're protesting. We've learned that. They're sitting and squatting and yelling. For what? For a cause they're going to forget about in 6 months? Instead of going to class, right?
They're sheep, like everybody else.
Instead of hitting the books like they're supposed to be, they're out there rallying for a cause of which they know very little about. You know who should handle this? Not the university, the parents.
Yeah.
The parents should be telling these kids, get your ass up and get back to class or I'm cutting you off. Columbia is not cheap. Okay, I looked it up today. Tuition and fees, $68,400. Housing and food, $16,800. Books and personal, almost $4,000. Total cost of attendance, $89,587. And all of these hundreds of students who are protesting were supposed to be suspended today. That means they can't finish the semester. If they're supposed to graduate, they won't. They can't use public housing. They can't go to class. They lose their ID card. They can't get on campus. The parents should be handling this. But in absence of the parents handling it, the school most absolutely should be handling it. Can you imagine if that was your kid? That was Jolie out there?
Get your ass into class now. That's what I would say.
This is how they're paying their parents back. With some cause that they don't understand.
But they don't understand the cause.
Right.
You know what I would do?
What?
Scoop them up, fly them to Palestine,
Uh-huh.
drop them off there and say, hey, do you really like it here? You're fighting for what?
You know who you should fly there? The gay and trans people who are protesting for Palestine. Apparently unaware, it's illegal to be gay in the Palestinian territories. Shouldn't they be protesting against Hamas and against Sharia laws, the Islamic legal system, since it violates every single thing that these kids believe in, allegedly? Why aren't they protesting against that? Against the very people they're supporting, who don't like them and could do terrible things to them, as I'm about to share with you. Some of the highlights of Sharia law. Theft can be punishable by amputating the offender's hand. Adulterers can be publicly executed. And being gay in 10 countries can earn you the death penalty, including Iran, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Iran and Hamas work together. Many believe Iran supplied the weapons and training to Hamas to help with the planning and execution of the October 7th massacre. Hamas and Iran are like best friends, okay? And if you're a man caught kissing a man in Iran, you could be publicly flogged, beaten, humiliated in front of a crowd for being a man kissing a man. And remember, Hamas and Iran are like this. So Hamas is running Palestine, and you're protesting for Palestine and for Hamas, in essence, which will publicly flog you, potentially, if you're caught. They might even throw you off on a rooftop. We don't know. But that's in the books. That's one of the punishments.
Yeah.
What about Hamas? The Palestinians elected them. they're in charge and they're terrorists and they're still holding dozens, if not hundreds of hostages who they grabbed 6 months ago. They're holding them in Gaza. And Israel has said, we'll stop shooting, we'll stop bombing, just give us back our people. And Hamas has continuously refused to do that. So everything that Israel is doing is in response to what Hamas did to them, slaughtering 1,000 young people like these kids at a music festival, and then going house to house and killing families and doing despicable, unspeakable things to women and children in those homes. That's what Hamas did. And for all these allegedly smart college kids to be turning their back on that and protesting against Israel, which has every right to defend itself, because if Israel doesn't defend itself, what happens? What happens if when they come across the border, they fire rockets, they come in with suicide vests, or they come in with automatic weapons and kill people, and you don't do anything? What happens then? It happens again, it gets worse. That's what happens. If you don't fight fire with fire, it's like you. When someone hits you, you're a gentle giant, but when someone hits you,
I'm going to hit him back.
Harder.
Right.
That's
how they learn.
Right.
Step off.
Well, the Palestinians elected Hamas. And these are the people that these kids are cheering on. What if they killed your family? What if they did horrible things to your little sister? Would you still cheer them on? What if
hostages?
What if Hamas came to Stagecoach or Coachella?
Right.
And did what they did in Israel? In the name of whatever they're worshiping. And then grabbed a bunch of hostages, hundreds of them, and brought them back with them, let's say across the border into Mexico or Canada.
Raped them.
And we knew where they were. What would you want to do at that point? If they were your friends, if they killed your friends, your family, and then brought some of them back over the border and were holding them, what would you want to do? Protest in their favor? Would you be out there saying, yay, Hamas and Palestine, oh? Or would you be, let's go get them? That's my brother, that's my sister, that's my best friend, that they're holding them. We got to get them back. That's what Israel's been saying all this time and being ignored. So they're fighting fire with fire.
The problem with me is the hate. What happened to these kids that were all about love and peace and freedom?
Yeah.
And now it's all about hate.
Right. They're supposed to be tolerant.
These are tolerant people, right? They're hypocrites. These institutions that they are funding, they are brainwashing these kids, it's all going towards hate crimes, intolerance.
I saw someone on TV today who said, what we're seeing is a hate crime against Jews and Israel.
Yeah, that's a hate crime.
And if they were doing that against
racism.
And if they were doing that against any other group, it would be shut down immediately.
Those are the same very people were all about BLM, right?
I think so. I think it's the same paid protesters and their minions.
And the sheep follow.
I want to be clear.
You're paying your kid Ivy League college tuition.
Right. These are our best and brightest, okay? And they're not going to class. They're not studying. They're not hitting the books. They're sitting out there doing nothing except making Jews feel uncomfortable. There have been numerous incidents. You're saying, oh, it's peaceful. It's not. Okay, it's not. It's uncomfortable for anyone of a Jewish background. And what about the faculty? Faculty at NYU out there linking arms to keep the school and the police away from the protesters. The school warned the protesters, stop at 2 p.m. on Monday, or you'll be suspended and kicked off campus. So what's the faculty doing out there protecting them? They work for the university. Shouldn't they be fired for also disobeying the university's policy?
I don't know. I don't believe in that tenure and all that BS that goes on with that. I don't know.
Well, and it's many of those professors who are filling these kids' heads with these ideas.
Yes.
It's insane. They need to teach subjects that can help these kids down the road when they go out into the real world, and these kids need to be studying. They need to be in class.
They need to take an economics class. It's so funny when you get that Charles Kirk out there and you watch his. If you guys ever watch him, he goes on college campuses and they have these kids and they're in college and they're the dumbest. I feel like we're watching that show Idiocracy. Like that.
I just saw a kid on Wheel of Fortune miss like 3 huge prizes in a row, including $1 million. He couldn't say Achilles.
Oh, he couldn't say Achilles?
He said Achilles or something. He said it wrong. And then there was another one he got wrong. It was so easy. 3 of them.
Somebody saying it's chaos, but they would say it's chaos.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
Now, I want to be very clear about one thing. I'm not saying Palestinians are bad people. I've been to Palestine, to the Palestinian territories numerous times. Probably way more than 99.9% of the people who are out there protesting, allegedly, for Palestine. Okay? I've made many friends over there. There are very good people. Just like there are very good people everywhere. And I'm not condemning the Palestinian people. But what I am saying is that the Palestinians elected Hamas. And we have to respect the fact that Israel has a right to defend itself. So this isn't as simple as, oh, stop, free Palestine, because free Palestine, in essence, means wipe out Israel. From the river to the sea means that Israel needs to go. And this is something that's been threatened by the Arab world for a very, very long time against Israel, which is a little tiny dot in the middle of a very large Arab world in the Middle East. So perspective matters. And that's basically my point. Mm. So I just want to remind everyone that Hamas is still holding hostages in Gaza. Hamas has refused to release those hostages in Gaza. And if they did, this would all be over. Maybe they could find peace, but not while they're doing...
I don't understand why we can't just live in a peaceful world. Why can't we just all get along? Why are people, like, so hateful? Why can't we all just get along?
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, okay, I hope my rant didn't offend too many people. I'm done with that now. I feel a little better. Thank you.
I love how we'll get some like emails from people and they're like, well, you shouldn't say this or do this on there and you're and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And Rick and I were like, it's our platform.
Right.
This is what we want to talk about.
Yeah, this is our show.
And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it.
Right.
So don't tell us what we should and shouldn't be talking about. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about.
Can I offer another alternative?
Sure.
Send us your rundown for the day. You know what? We'll do a guest rundown. We will talk about what you want to talk about. Send us your rundown. Because, this is our stuff and we're doing our thing. But if you have a rundown for us and you want us to do your show, let's do it.
Yeah.
Send us your rundown contest. It's not as easy as it looks. So Kelly, we went to the Mercado today. What an awesome experience. And I have to share an email that we got from someone in the market while we were there. But before I do, I just want to say that the reason we went was so that Kelly could make tostadas.
My mom made beans this morning. So we went for a walk. Took my mom out. She looks pretty good, huh?
She's improved dramatically.
She walked a couple miles today.
She walked quite a bit.
Yeah.
We walked 3,500 steps, she was with us.
She was with us.
Yeah.
So then we drop her off, and then we go to the gym, and then we come back, and I buy stuff to make salads for lunch.
Yeah.
And my mom whipped up the beans, those refried beans that we make. Boy, those were so good. She made them 100 times better than me.
They were terrific. So Kelly made tostadas.
So we went to the Mercado. No, we went to TJ Maxx for Home Goods.
Yes.
We go to Home Goods first.
Yes.
And then we
went and bought forks because we keep losing our forks.
I keep losing forks, and I think it's Jolie. I think Jolie takes the forks, probably puts it in her car, and then throws them away. I bet you that's got to be.
Oh, because she brings food with her, like on her way to school.
Probably. I bet you.
I mean, it had to be. I was thinking that maybe people were throwing them out with their plastic. If we use paper plates, they just throw the fork out with the plate. I don't know.
Maybe. I immediately blame Jolie.
Well, the reason I kept bringing up tostadas is because I'm up here and Kelly goes, "Do you want a tostada? Not a tostada? Do you want a tostada? Not a tostada?" I just said it 5 times.
We wanted to go to the Mercado, not to make tostada. Well, that too.
But you said that tonight. You kept going, tostada? Not a tostada?
But my mom, I go, Mom, I'm going to take you to the Mercado. Mom goes, I don't want to go to the Mercado. I don't like the Mercados. And she's Mexican. She speaks Spanish perfectly. And I go, because she's probably thinking of the ones in downtown Phoenix, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah. And I go, Mom, this Mercado is something like you've never seen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, she goes in and she goes, wow, this is nice. I wouldn't go grocery shopping anywhere else. The prices are right. She was like, I wouldn't go. And the meats are good. She's like...
She was sold?
She was sold. She was sold.
Wow.
Sold on the Mercado.
I didn't hear her say that.
Uh-huh.
But that place is impressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive. And, I mean, we always eat because I have samples. There was cake. And then we got the churros. Oh, my God.
You're like, you don't eat that crap. Oh, I eat it.
You ate some churros. I got the chocolate
And
dipping
some
sauce.
Leches.
I look fat, by the way, when I sit here. But I'm really not fat. I'm not. Look. I'm not fat.
Show your
Sure.
stomach. Show your abs.
I'm not fat, but
We all have a little jelly roll.
this couch makes me
I
look
have
fat.
a jelly roll when I sit down.
I'm just started working on this, by the way. This is going to be a ripped 12-pack in about 3-4 weeks.
Everybody has a little roll when they sit down like this. Everybody.
Okay, so we got this amazing email. We got home, and we were sitting around. We were eating. I was eating my tostada.
Yeah.
And I opened my phone, and there it was. Hi, Rick and Kelly. I saw you guys and your mom at Northgate Market today. I considered introducing myself, but thought better of it since you were shopping in peace. We're a local family-owned beverage manufacturer for more than 65 years. And in 2013, we created our first retail brand of ultra-premium cocktail mixers, Citra Fresh Agave Mixers. And there's a link to citrafreshmixers.com. My daughter is a huge fan of your YouTube channel and keeps telling me to reach out to you guys, so seeing you today was a sign to do so. LOL. It says, we live in Costa Mesa with our manufacturing facility in Cerritos.
Cerritos Auto Square.
My husband, Jeff, was born and raised in Laguna Niguel and took the business over from his dad about 30 years ago and revamped it totally. We also make cocktail mixes, syrups, fountain drinks, etc. for bars, restaurants, nightclubs, as well as major stadiums, and actually even make the blue margaritas for Dodger Stadium. Have you ever had a blue margarita at Dodger Stadium?
No, that sounds rad.
I didn't know they had those.
I only been to the Dodger Stadium once. I had a Dodger dog.
Oh, you did?
And I guess who I saw there?
Who?
Priscilla Presley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, we were in this like owners. It was like some kind of like owners.
Yeah,
thing I got
a
invited
box?
to. Like it was an area there,
Yeah.
and a lot of.
Oh, that's where the celebrities hang out?
That's where the celebrities hang out.
With all that said, my daughter actually said, you say, if it's free, it's for me.
Yay!
So, Kelly, I'd love to send you a few cases of our products to try and share with friends and family as we love local support. Lastly, our agave mixers are absolutely delicious and sweetened with 100% organic agave nectar. So no cane sugar or high fructose anything. I know you'll love them. Totally miss you, Rick, on Fox News. Come back.
She is.
Please
on another network.
Please let me know if this is possible and where I can send. Thank you for your time. And cheers, Lisa. Lisa Summers Bame. She is the executive sales manager and owner of Orange Coast Cocktail Inc.
Why can't I come work for you?
You want to go work there?
Yes.
You can. Why don't you be a spokesmodel?
But I'd be, I'm really good at sales.
Yeah.
Take that thing public.
Well, I just want to say, Lisa, thank you so much. Of course, we'll accept your offer.
You know, it makes me sad, Lisa. I wish you would have said hi to me, my mom, and Rick at the Mercado.
Yeah.
That would have been really nice.
Well, that's true. If any of you see us out, I mean, one of the highlights of every day, in fact, it's just reminded me. I meant to talk about, or did I talk about him last week? That guy, John, we met at the coffee shop. Mm-mm. It happens to us from time to time. We'll run into someone and they'll be like, oh my God, like, I watch your show every day.
Oh, at a Coffee Bean.
In Palm Desert,
Yes.
Coffee Bean.
That was really cool.
He was so excited.
He was so excited. He was like, oh my God, my wife loves you. She watches you every morning. I was like, oh my God, I love this.
What happens to us, like, it used to, when we walked the boardwalk, remember when people would stop us?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. So next time, please say hello. And yeah.
Lisa, thanks for offering those delicious Fabuloso drinks.
I'm sending her a reply right after this show. Definitely want to try.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah.
And thanks
Angosu.
to your kid. That
Yeah, thanks.
watches.
Yeah, thanks to your daughter. Angosu. Rick, there was a snippet of you covering one of the Miss. It says Mrs. America, but it was Miss America pageants in the new mini-series on Hulu. I have to say you are more handsome now, so whatever you're doing is working. Perhaps being with the lovely and beautiful Kelly keeps you young. Love you guys.
Wow. So you get to be in a documentary that you don't even know about?
I didn't even know I was in it.
And they get to use your likeness?
Yeah, because Fox owns my likeness for the 24 years I was there. Any material that I was in working for them, they still own it. They own it in perpetuity.
Oh, wow. That's a big word.
Well, just like a Bravo owns your image.
Oh, yeah, they own me. Like, I'm in Finland. I'm everywhere.
And you don't have any control over that.
No, I know. I don't get paid for it.
Make nothing.
I make nothing.
You.
Zero. They keep syndicating it everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
They tell me. They reach out to me. And I make nada tostada.
Oh, not a tostada. The tostadas, by the way, were
now.
fantastic.
You're gonna get a
I'm
hot
warm
flash.
too, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, I got warm in here because I closed that window and I don't know. Here.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Are we just going to let people see your microphone cord?
Yeah, that's fine. They can see a lot of things.
Debbie Margono said, I ordered pickleballs but have not received them. Can you please check my order and send, please? Thank you. Okay, so I apologize.
Oh,
we
so yeah, we're
the orders were backed up for 2 because we were barely here for almost 3 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. So today I filled 14 of 18 orders that were in the thing. There's actually more there. I think there's 10 or 12 more on top of that were from anyway. If you ordered pickleballs, they're on their way, or they will be tomorrow. And if you want pickleballs, just go to rickkellyshow.com and you can find the link for pickleballs. We are selling 10 boxes for $25. So we're not making money on this. We're just clearing out our inventory. They're cool pink pickleballs. Can't go wrong. 10 boxes, $25.
Wait, someone asked me where I got my green neon bathing suit.
Yes.
And it's like really cool. It stretches. I got it at Harrods.
No way. You bought this in London?
I got this in London. And can you read what that says?
Yes. It says G. It says Hunza. 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 What does G stand for?
G money.
Hunza.
It says London, doesn't it?
Yes. Hunza, London.
Hunza, London.
Yep.
But I love this bathing suit. It's so rad.
It looked great
And
on
I got
you.
it on sale. I wanted more of these, but I got them for like $40.
Vanessa Roach, who writes often, thank you, Vanessa, said, would love to see Kelly and Gretchen on Housewives together. Will never happen because you two are too put together and not messy. The trajectory of the show would not suit your lifestyles of class, glamour, and happy marriages.
Oh, that's so sweet, Vanessa. She's my fave. Well, one of my favorites. I have a lot.
Patricia Whitaker, I understood the comments about the candle. Debacle. A, Kelly has great taste, so I would buy any and all candles that Kelly would make. B, I understood that it wasn't the, quote, wine candle that broke overnight. She made that very clear to me. C, the candle that broke was because you guys accidentally left it on overnight. I love the excitement that the two of you bring to the show. So I look forward to the Daily Smash. It's all good in my world when I get to listen to you daily and my Patreon. Please keep on keeping on.
So Gypsy Poor Souls reach out. She emails me. I want to know about the wick. I want to know how long you left it on. It shouldn't do that. I went to my glass maker, and it was our fault. We left it on burning, I think. See, I love these candles. These are Diptyque, and they're from France. These are like so yummy and amazing, and they last forever, and they're gorgeous. But look at this.
It's a significant, what is it, ceramic? It's like a piece of pottery.
Yeah.
And then you save these after you burn the candle.
After I burn the candle, I
repurpose it.
Yeah, I repurpose it. So I put like I clean it out with hot water, get it all clean, and then I stick my utensils in there. My spoons, like spatulas, things like that. And I have a white one, so if you have a black or white one, and then you can pot, some flowers in it.
Oh yeah, that's a nice idea.
But these diptyques are pretty, and I think that's Like, I think this is a good thing to have.
These things aren't cheap though either, are they? A couple $100?
Oh, like $300. Wow. But they last. Like, they last a long time.
Yeah.
Getting ideas.
Nora Farace. Hey guys, came across the Jeff Lewis show with you all. Although I think he is adorable and hilarious, quite displeased with the way Rick was treated. I thought it was a little disrespectful. Obviously not aware of Rick's distinguished and brilliant career. Love y'all, love smashing every day. And then Debbie goes, does Jeff Lewis have a problem with Rick? A little jealousy perhaps? I feel he was disrespected the past 2 times he has been on his show.
No, he's teasing him. That's how he is, and that's how I am. That's how Rick is. We banter that way, and it's out of love. It's funny.
I was not offended by what he said to me. I thought it was funny. I know they like to poke fun at me, and that's what they were doing. It's all good with me and Jeff Lewis and everyone else who works for him. I love those guys. I think they're very, very funny and clever. And I appreciate cleverness. And I appreciate characters. And Jeff Lewis is a character.
And I don't think he's jealous because he's always the ones trying to help us
get
ahead.
He might be jealous because look at this. On Wednesday... Oh, well, this is good. On Wednesday...
This one made me laugh out loud. I was drinking my coffee when I read this. And I went...
On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Is who sent it. And I just want to say, Kelly sends me these. She circles them on her.
Because they make me laugh. You guys make me laugh. I have to tell you.
New Real Housewives cast. Chrissy Teigen, Hilaria Baldwin, Chelsea Handler, and Meghan Markle. Put those 4 in a room and see what happens.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes, actually it would. It would. I think it would. That's a good one.
That's a great one.
Apparently, Chelsea Handler is not going to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, by the way. I did couch it. We said there was a rumor. We didn't know. We couldn't confirm it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you get 2 sources on everything, because it was BS. Oh, here's the one. Biba Bad. Details on your green bikini. She said, I love the top. It looks like it works great for women with bigger boobs.
It does, because it stretches. Look at this. I love it. Okay, calm down.
What?
You were rubbing my nipple, bra. Now
No. I was just trying to replicate a large.
This next?
This is from Dana DeLong. She said, Kelly, keep your stories encouragement rolling. So inspired by the Hinge app story. You so authentic and real.
Thank you. I love reading those.
Oh my God, Rick got teary-eyed when he told you he missed you. So sweet.
I know you are.
It's true. Sweetie. I missed her so much. I'm so happy she's back. I've been kissing on her all day. He's
the best son-in-law in the whole wide world. This one.
Aww.
He helps my mom. He picks her up. He holds her, and you take her to the store.
Yes.
He's such a good. I couldn't ask for a better son-in-law. You're such.
How about a husband?
Guy. Well, husband, of course.
Thank you, honey.
But you always want your, the guy that you love to be nice to your mom.
Sure.
And you are a very, very lovely
man. Well, she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah, thanks.
So you may have heard or seen clips of Kamala Harris on Drew Barrymore's show on Monday. Apparently it's getting a lot of press and a lot of attention and a lot of scorn, if you will.
First of all, I've already talked to you guys about this. She bugs me, that Drew Barrymore. Mm-hmm. He talks like this. And it's just, I can't stand.
How about when she climbs on her guests? It's basically in their lap.
She's like this. She sits down like this.
She gets on her knees.
She's like... First of all, she's in your personal space. She's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is how we're going to change the world. Could you imagine if you were the guest and someone's up in your personal space like that?
She's an actress, and I don't know if she's a very good one. No, I shouldn't say that. She's terrific.
She's a great actress. I don't think this is her forte.
Well, this is our reel of the day.
I know you guys watch Drew Barrymore, but she bugs. I'm sorry.
The right-winged angel wrote cringe alert. Here it is.
I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
We need you to be mom. You're not even a mom in real life, lady.
maybe, yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
And we
need
you to be. We need a big hug.
No, the world doesn't need a hug, as you put it earlier. What does the world need?
The world needs to get their butts into shape and pay attention of not hate this.
You said earlier. You go. We don't need a hug. We need a leader.
Yeah.
We need a leader.
That's what I said.
Going to take charge.
Yeah.
And stop with the
Law
nonsense.
and order.
Fix things.
Law and order.
Yeah.
Law and order. Safety first. That's what we need. We don't need a big hug like Austin Powers. We need a leader.
A leader.
That's what we need.
Because what's going on right now, it's not working. Okay? Be honest. Look at it with wide open eyes. Really look at what's going on right now. And don't tell me that you're happy with the way things are. Don't worry about what might happen later. Let's just fix it. Okay?
I remember there was this girl, right? And I understand why people don't like Donald Trump. Okay, I understand why, but she was like, oh, I'm so scared of what's going to happen. I go, he was president for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then you have this president.
Right.
Were things better back then than now? Well, what are you scared of?
That's what I meant.
And she couldn't give me a definitive answer of why she was scared.
Right. You know why? Because certain members of the media, certain networks, have been putting that in people's heads. Be scared. Be very afraid. Terrible things are going to happen. Scaring people into keeping status quo. Because what we know, it may be safer than what might happen if we go the other direction. But things suck now, okay? They do. Mm-hmm. It's horrible what's happening in this country.
And then, up on those college campuses, they're like, talking about, like, how is inflation now compared to what it was when Trump was on? How's inflation? They're like, gas prices have gone down. And you're like, oh my God. These kids are
the immigration situation, the crime and punishment situation,
the squatting,
the campuses, this nonsense. It's the inflation every day, costs going up. Time to put a stop to this, okay? It is. Sorry that we got so political today. For more on this, join us on the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com. Oh, I almost forgot in the news.
Oh, yeah.
In the news now.
In the news. Can I have some of that water, please? Well, I read this. I got this article at the Mercado, and I was reading it, and I gave it to Rick. I said, read this, and Rick goes, I need a second source on this.
Well,
that one it was kind of a poor.
I could tell. Sometimes you can tell it was very poorly written, and then sometimes you can tell when you read these blogger articles on that there was a source article that they just basically repurposed for themselves. And they
made it 10 times worse.
And they made it worse. Yeah. So they wrote it in their own voice, but they basically stole it from TMZ of all places. And in this case, the TMZ article was far better. With more information. And basically what it says is that Britney Spears is completely dysfunctional. And Britney Spears is in serious danger on both the mental and financial front, doing way worse than she was under the conservatorship, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ. As for her mental health, our sources say Britney is, quote, completely dysfunctional. Since the conservatorship ended, she has no supervision and, according to sources, has radical mood swings that we're told are, quote, shocking. We're told she's almost totally isolated, and as it was put to us, dangerously unstable. Okay, this is TMZ reporting. We're told a few people who remain in Britney's life say she was doing much better when she was under a conservatorship. As one source said, she had lots of freedom in the conservatorship, and the restrictions were there to protect her. She's not protected anymore. Our Britney sources are angry at what's happened since it ended, saying she's gotten absolutely no justice, and that involves her finances. We're told Britney has been spending a fortune and is in real danger of going broke. Our sources say she's been going to French Polynesia, staying at the Brando, and spending close to $1 million each trip between private jets, hotels, staff, etc. She goes every month or two. We're told she also goes to Hawaii almost monthly by herself, taking a private jet, staying in the presidential suite at the Four Seasons, and dropping $350,000 a trip. This is a quote. She cannot afford this. She had $60 million when the conservatorship ended, and she's now where the conservatorship started, in danger of going broke. As we reported, she's paid north of $4 million to her attorney, Matthew Rosengart. TMZ broke the story. Britney has settled with her dad, Jamie Spears, after Rosengart vowed to pursue him for alleged financial misdeeds. We're told Britney did not get a penny from Jamie, in part because everything Jamie did was court approved. In fact, Britney's ended up agreeing to pay Jamie's legal bills, which total around $2 million. So short story, she's running out of cash. She paid her own lawyer $4 million, who promised he was going to get money from her dad, and she wound up having to pay not just her own lawyer, but his lawyer, and got zero.
Wow. Oh my God. Those lawyers are crooks. Not all of them.
But
But
spending that kind of money on vacations every month when you're not making new music.
and how about all those kids? Britney, free Britney, free Britney.
Another
Get
great
a
example.
conservatorship. Go get another conservatorship. All those kids.
Speaking out of turn.
Speaking
Yeah.
out of turn when they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Right.
This girl is not mentally fit to take care of herself, her children, or her money or her finances. They knew that she wasn't capable of doing so.
Because you're the people who knew Britney, who knew where she was in life, where her head is, what she's capable of. They knew that she couldn't handle it.
Right. And here are the kids thinking they know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Free Britney, having protests outside the courts.
Yeah.
They know what in the hell they're talking about.
And
Just
look what
like
happened.
they did. Look at what happened.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
When you go running off your mouth and you protesting something you don't understand, sometimes, unfortunately, you get your way, and then look what happens. It all falls apart.
And then what happens with that? You go broke and then become drug addicts. And then this just goes down into a spiral, and then they end up killing themselves.
I hope
that's what happens in these sorts of cases.
I hope someone takes care of business here and makes things okay.
I just don't understand why she doesn't have like a financial advisor that puts her on a budget and says, okay, you're going to live off your
I think that's what the conservatorship part of it was about regulating her spending, making sure she was on a budget, making sure that she was under control, like she wasn't doing things like this.
Well, all my billionaire friends have, you remember John, the Argyros guy?
Yes.
He was just living off his investments.
Right.
Right? Which were like, I think 10% a year, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And it's all he could spend. He had a monthly stipend from his trust, and then he was living just off his investments and not touching the principal.
Well, that's smart. And in her case, if she had $60 million, $5 or $6 million a year, she's going to clear potentially if it's 8 to 10% interest, and she could live, I'm sure, very well on $5 to $6 million a year, but not. Because she has, I don't know what kind of house situation and staff and all that. But when you start spending $1 million a month on vacation,
it's called the burn rate.
You're digging into your principal, and it sounds like she's going through it really fast.
That's what happens with a lot of these housewives.
Yeah,
like that Kim Zolciak, just burn rate. I could talk about a lot of people on the Orange County Housewives. Burn rate.
More on the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon. We're at almost 40 minutes here.
Holy smokes. Okay, well, this is kind of what it tastes like. You're to see what...
so this is,
This is a little taste.
Free sample. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys. I hope you have a smash-tastic day. Love you all.